Welcome to Dirty Fanatics.
Falcon fans, Falcon Nation, Dirty Fanatics United is coming at you with back-to-back shows. Live last night with my guy Cody Keeler, and we are back today on this Sunday morning, Week 13 in the NFL. Falcons versus the LA Chargers. As always, I'm your host, C Money, followed by my co-host, Philip, a.k.a. Avis, and my guy Robert, a.k.a. Megabiff, is here to talk Falcon football. Falcon fans, we have a big matchup today to break down, and we are going to bring it down with two diehard Falcon fans here on the podcast, as well as
Day
myself.
one.
Falcon fans, get in the comment section, get active. Let me know your thoughts, your reasonings of why the Falcons win or lose today in the comment section. Falcon fans, get active. Let's get this show popping. Philip, what's going on, man? Big matchup today. How are we feeling? Your Atlanta Falcons face the LA Chargers at home. Cody is in the building. He says it is rowdy, Falcon fans. So, Philip, how are we feeling about this matchup, man? This is a bounce-back game coming off the bye week. It is a big must-win in my book. Philip, you may have other opinions on that, but this game, to me, to signify yourself back 7-5, go up 2 games on the NFC South as you were as already once this season. Take back control of the NFC South is the motto for today. Philip, how are we feeling, man? Big matchup.
Oh, no, I feel the same way as you. This is a game I feel we must win in a way. Is it going to impact the entire end of the season? Absolutely not. But this is, to me, a game that we should win, or like we need to win. It's going to be a good matchup. I'm not what you say, like stressing over a lot of these matchups, like some people are, like making it. They're going over a little overboard, but I'm a little confident today. You know, just listening to what you said, what Cody said about them, the Benz being rowdy, that's a good thing after coming out of this bye week. You know, the last 2 weeks or 3 weeks were kind of, you know, disappointing, but it's good to see that the fans are still behind this team, that are still going to show out for them. So
Absolutely,
that gives me hope that these boys are going to want to come out and play for this city, for this, state, whatever. They're going to come out and try to make a statement today after the 2, especially the embarrassment against the Broncos. So
yeah, absolutely.
Jimmy Lake, we're gonna see what you made improvements on. So, brother, we're gonna
Hopefully, Philip. Hopefully that defense is a whole new look.
We're gonna see what you did. And
Phillip,
Zach, we'll see if you improved as well.
Absolutely, Philip. Glad to have you here on the podcast tonight. Obviously, last night you were busy, tied up. Robert as well. Busy schedules here, but whenever we have a chance to talk Falcon football, boys, we hop up on the podcast and do it. Robert, glad to have you here as well this evening, brother. Big matchup in Atlanta. Cody's in the building. Us 3 here covering it on the podcast. We're all excited. I'm sure Cody's ecstatic to be there.
Access.
Robert, how are we feeling about this matchup, man? It's a very big game coming off the bye week. You take your first ever 2 back-to-back L's this season coming before you go into the bye week, obviously wanting to finish strong before that bye week. That was not the case when you faced the Denver Broncos. You left with probably the worst performance you have put on stage all season. Robert, how are we feeling about this matchup, brother? Coming out of the bye week, it is a very, very big game to me, Philip as well. Robert, how are you feeling about it?
I'm confident. I think that we can win this, but at the same time, I feel that it is a must-win game. We have to build some momentum. We've lost that momentum the last couple of games against the Saints and the Broncos. We've got to get it back. And the bye week couldn't have come at a better time. Hopefully the guys got rested. Hopefully the coaches have sat down, discussed schemes, discussed what we can do to, get a little better and get back on track.
Prevent these.
And got to cut out those yellow flags. And of course, we can't control what the refs say and do, but when it's something that we do stupid, we've got to clean it up.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Shout out to Nicholas Mitchell on Facebook with the like. We appreciate you, brother. My guy, Alden in the chat said it's about time for some Falcon football. Falcon fans, get in your seats because we got a big matchup today, baby. Cody Keeler in the chat said, LFG boys, Cody is in the building. He is rowdy with it. I'm sure Cody's having him a blast down there in the bins. 15 minutes ago, he says, on Facebook, he says, got to say hello to Michael Lockwood before the Falcons game this afternoon. Oh, shout out to that, man. That's dope. Cody with the sighting of the red cardinal. That's dope on Facebook, man. Shout out to Cody on Facebook. He said, let's fucking go, boys. My guy, Nicholas Mitchell on Snapchat on Facebook says, I see you, Cravey. Whoop, whoop. Shout out to my guy, Nick, man. Big, much love. He's a Steelers fan, but shout out to Nick for being in the chat. Cody Keeler says, we in the bins, ready to get it going. Shout out to Cody, man. He's in here with it. He said, Nick said, where the Steeler fans at? Wrong podcast, but we're glad to have you here, brother. Head over to YouTube and subscribe. Shout out to all the Falcon fans here in the chat, man. Hit that like button. We talking Falcon football. Philip, recipe to success. It's a Sunday show pregame. We always do it. What is your recipe to success today? How do you get this game rolling? Offense side of the and defense, and then pass that on to Robert.
Boys, on the offensive side, we're going to cook up a little bit different today. It's the same recipe as usual for me, but I'm going with another guy. We're facing two tough guys today, Khalil Mack and Joey Bosa. This is going to be a run day, man. So my boys better get ready for their leg. They better make sure them legs is working. But I would start this game off with Tyler Algier. You run heavy guy.
You mean the guy that had 0 touches against the Denver Broncos?
That same exact guy. He better have the most touches today, in my opinion, to make sure you're running heavy today. This is the guy that's going to break through some of that O-line, and that's going to open up your receivers like as in Drake London, Darnell Mooney, people I've missed last week that I didn't get to see. Even Kyle Pitts himself, Ray McLeod, but also you got to watch out for Bijan Robinson on that, receiving side of the ball. But my main thing is running heavy today. That's the big thing on offense. Defensive side of the thing, you do what you got to do, man. You make sure you put in tight coverage on people like Ladd McConkey. My opinion, I'm going to put Clark Phillips, like we said earlier, on him.
Bro, Philip, I don't mean to interrupt you, bro. Mateo in the comment section being disrespectful. Mateo he's being just straight up disrespectful in the comment section. Chased on Arthur Smith. Shit. George Johnson says Falcons win 24-21. George, I love the prediction, brother. Hit that subscribe button if you haven't already, man. Rise up. Glad to have you in the live chat.
By the way, this Phillip, is not our co-host, bro. I don't know who this man is.
Listen, it was a mistake, okay? Beard went on a
Robert,
vacation.
Do you know this man?
All right.
Doesn't really look familiar.
I don't know who he is, but anyway. On the defensive side of the ball, boys, I'm gonna put Clark Phillips on that man, Ladd McConkey. Too fast. A fast receiver, a fast corner. We know Mike Hughes is out, but we're gonna talk about that in a minute. This is the perfect guy. He's gonna be aggressive with Ladd, somebody that's very aggressive on attack on the offense as well. So we're gonna need some pressure on the quarterback today. Justin Herbert is not a dual threat by running or anything, but he can move with his legs. He can move out the pocket, and honestly, he could be that guy if he wants to. So we're gonna have to put some pressure and
you bring up a good point about
coverage today.
You bring up a good point about Ladd McConkey and Clark Phillips because J.K. Dobbins, the Chargers' pretty nice running back, is out today, inactive for today's game. So that is a big must. The Falcons secondary must play very well today because Justin Herbert, one of the best deep passing quarterbacks in the NFL, will be matching up today in Atlanta and can be that guy. Philip, you're absolutely right. Robert, you heard Philip's recipe to success for the offense. Robert, how do you get this offense clicking? They came out against the Denver Broncos, gave the worst performance they've gave all season, didn't get a touchdown, looked stellar. They had times to make something happen after the half, before the half, but never really clicked down in Denver. I don't know if it was the atmosphere, the oxygen levels. I mean, a lot of people can make up a lot of excuses, but Denver Broncos game was absolutely terrible. So, Robert, how do you bounce back from that after this bye week? You have some familiar faces back. You have a Charlie Warner. Now maybe you can get the tight end Kyle Pitts back in the passing game. Maybe you can get this running game back started that's stalled out when a Charlie Warner took a seat. So, Robert, recipe to success, brother. How do you get this offense back rolling to what we know it can be? Back to a Kirk Cousins throwing 500 yards. against a good defense. Robert, how does that happen?
Well, I think today I agree with Philip. I think we got to start out, run heavy, ball control. I'd like to see some draws and delays, especially with Tyler Algier. Wear that defense down, neutralize those edge rushers, neutralize Mack and Bosa. On the defense, we got to get pressure on Justin Herbert. And like Philip said, I mean, he's not really a dual threat, but he is deceptively fast. We've definitely got to get some pressure on him, especially off the edge. Yes. And if we can keep him in the pocket, maybe we can get some pressure on him up the middle and bring him down.
Right. Philip, that brings me to my next topic real quick before we get to that. Mateo in the chat says, rise up, fellas. We getting this win. He says, you look so different, bro. Hope it brings our Falcons good luck today. And Mateo, that's the goal, brother. We'll see what happens. Alvin in the chat said, if the Cousins got to shave the beard for the win, let's make it a weekly thing. Shit, I can't do it, Tyler. I can't do it, bro. Cody Keeler in the chat says, defense needs to be aggressive. Get Herbert on the ground early, and Kirk has to get us going in the first quarter. No more second half team stuff. We need the balls to the wall all 4 quarters. And to do that, Cody, that's how you come out with this score prediction. Mateo has 16-30.
That looks kind of accurate, though.
If you do what Cody says, this score prediction can be very well.
You're going to get you a nice prediction today. I feel that. For some reason, I don't know why, but Mateo's prediction there, 30-16, it just I don't know, it just looks right for some reason. I'm not being biased by anything. It just looks right to me for some reason. I don't know. I'm feeling a kind of way.
Robert, we talked about a stat on the podcast not too long ago, and this is just a stat that stuck with me for a while now. And now that's actually an analysis has actually came out, and a reporter has actually reported this stat that I talked about here on the podcast. Any game, I went back and looked, any game that Bijan Robinson touched the ball 4 times or less, the Falcons ended up losing that game. You go to Denver, you let Tyler Algier touch the ball 0 times in Denver. You've seen the initial outcome to that. You lost terribly, okay? Then the NFL comes out and reports that any game Tyler Algier has not touched the ball more than 5 times, the Falcons lose the game. So that brings me to my next equation here. What does it take for Zach Robinson to understand that you have to get Tyler Algier the ball? Philip, was the bye week something that this gave Zach Robinson chance to step back and look at and say, okay, I have got to scheme something up. Maybe let's pull up some lines tape. Let's see what the lines are doing with Jamar Gibbs and David Montgomery. Let's try to get something started like that here in Atlanta. So this opens up a passing game for Kirk Cousins, which is, to me, phenomenally better than Jared Goff, if I'm being honest.
Oh,
so
definitely.
Can Zach Robinson get the run game started today? Philip, that question goes to you, and then we'll rotate it.
In my opinion, I just feel the way we've been just these 2 weeks, I feel like you've had plenty of time to look back, watch tape, look how different teams is doing it, such as the Lions doing with running 2 different backs. This is your game. This is your time now. This is the end stretch of this season. Let's get it, and let's do it right, and let's get into these playoffs, and let's do this damn thing.
Philip, you said a mouthful there. Get into the playoffs. That is the goal. That's the ultimate stretch here for the Falcons.
This is the end stretch of this season. It's now or never.
It's now or never. Absolutely. Today is the actual motto of what Raheem Morris has been saying all season.
Why not us?
Outrun the South. Outrun the South, and why not us? Falcon fans, Mateo in the chat says, prediction, Bijan, 2 touchdowns. Algier, 1 touchdown. That man, KP, 1 touchdown. And a shocker, a defensive touchdown. Falcon fans are in the bins going stupid. As Mateo
JB3 with a pick 6.
I'll take it, or a strip fumble. Come on, JB.
Or is it time for AJ to get him another pick?
How about Clark Phillips on last snagged one in the end zone?
That's what I was about to say. Hey, or I got to chill out a better one. Or if that boy Richie.
Yeah.
Richie.
Now, let me stop, bro. I'll jinx this man. He'll fuck up today. But
I'm having technical difficulties over here on my end, boys.
Man. Maybe I'm hoping for another AJ pick or something with JB3. Something good, or a lineman. We've had certain linemen sometimes with a pick 6, as in Lorenzo Carter. He's also not on the inactive list neither. So.
Yeah, we'll see what happens, man. A big matchup in Atlanta. George Johnson says we win when Mooney shines. That is absolutely
correct. Correct me if I'm wrong. Wasn't he on IR though?
Who's
He was
that?
taking Lorenzo Carter. I can't remember.
Philip, I honestly don't remember it. This computer is tweaking right now, so Falcon fans, please bear with me here. So I'm going to take the camera off and we'll just talk to the logo. Philip, Philip, that was a great answer from you about you. If you start the run game, if you can get this run game started, you're going to make it into the playoffs. You're going to make that playoff push. If you can get the run game started, which you have not done the past previous 2 games, that you seem to walk away with pretty ugly L's. Robert, how do you get that started today with Tyler Algier and Bijan Robinson? How do you get that dynamic duo that we know they can be? 2 of the best running backs in the league, and you still haven't figured that out.
Well, starting out, I think that, if we're going to run the ball, I mean, get Tyler his touches and, of course, get Bijan his touches too. But, which goes back to ball control. I mean, let Bijan do his thing out of the backfield, some dump offs, some screens, keep the Chargers defense guessing.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, if you go, I mean, I'm going to reveal my age here a little bit. I mean, I remember the days of William Andrews and Lynn Kane. I mean, a 1-2 punch. I mean, and like you guys have said, why is this so hard for Zach to figure out? I don't get it myself. But, if we can start out, ball control, just keep pounding. I can't believe I just said that. That's a Panther analogy. God forgive me. But but yeah, just keep hammering this Charger defense, soften them up. And then later on, that'll open up the play action. We'll see
Speaking of keep pounding, Robert, we actually do need the Panthers to pound on today because they play the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, and it would be nice to have the Bucs lose another game to somebody that isn't going to get a sniff at the playoffs at all. So
that gave me a bad taste, bro.
And the Bucs better not take the Panthers lightly. I mean, they took the world champions down to the wire last week.
We all seen New Orleans done the same thing this second time around. We whooped them the first time, 38-3. Oh well, y'all seen them the second time.
Yep, absolutely. Yeah. Real quick, shout out to Freddie Wyman over on Facebook for the Facebook like. Shout out to my guy Crew Jones with the Facebook like. Shout out to everybody that's liking and interacting with the podcast, man. We appreciate y'all. Cody Keeler says, show what you worked on the bye early and bury these guys. Fans get loud early. Absolutely. Cody says, Falcon fans are showing up right now, too. For every, I'm guessing that means quarter of them, there's 20 of us. Love to see it.
That's key right there. That is key because Charger fans don't travel well like the Steelers or the Packers or the Cowboys.
Now,
bring the energy, people.
There was that one year we went.
Me and Philip went one year, and this was the year as well that we had Marcus Mariota as quarterback. So that
it was that Taquan Graham fumble.
The Taquan Graham fumble, that we should have won that game.
They came packing that day, but this is a new year.
Mateo said, I'm going into the game later, fellas. It's my ladies' B-Day weekend. Rise up, Mateo. Maybe they can get that dub for you, brother. So when you watch the recap, it'll be a W for you. Dakota Bridge in the chat said, he was injured for a while, speaking on Lorenzo. Mateo said, no pounding, just rising. Shout out to Mateo. He says, the whole NFC South played the Chiefs close. Very true. Hell, we should have won. No PI on Pitts. Should have had the PI on Pitts. But it to me, and I spoke on it last night, Robert, with Cody. I said, we have to be for real, and this Philip's going to hate me for this, but we have to be for real. Bryce Young's starting to look a little comfortable in that offense. Mm-hmm. Just a little comfortable.
I'll admit it. I don't hate the kid. I wish he'd get up out of there, to be honest with you.
Yeah, maybe they traded him in the
offseason. They ruining that. That team's going to ruin him, but I mean,
absolutely.
But he can ball, dude.
And it's a shame, really. I mean, and of course, the Panthers are they're a hated division rival. And that organization is just a mess.
Probably the worst up there with New York, but yeah.
Yeah. But they're ruining the poor kid. And even though Bryce played his ball at Alabama and I'm a Georgia fan, I just, he's a good kid. He's a good kid. He's a good athlete. And it's a shame that, his career could be ruined before it even takes off because of just that mess of an organization.
Hey, Bryce, Las Vegas needs a quarterback bad.
See him in Vegas and Carolina.
Shoot them a text. I mean,
so rumor has it.
At least have Vegas, Brock Bowers.
Rumor has it that the NFL is thinking about flexing the Falcons' Monday night game against the Las Vegas Raiders to a Sunday game instead of a Monday night primetime game. I guess because of the quarterback situation in Las Vegas. I guess the views won't be where they're at. The Falcons have kind of fell off the past 2 games. But if the Falcons can bounce back, who gives a damn?
Right.
Personally, I don't think it has nothing against us. Their team hasn't been anything in years. They don't have a quarterback. They've just never been shit.
Oh, man. Mateo says she's an Aints fan, so I hope her birthday goes great, but I hope them Aints lose. Absolutely. We need the Aints to lose as well.
I think
happy birthday, but your team's booty cheeks.
I think Saints and no, they're not. I thought they was on bye week, but I think they was on bye week with us.
Mateo, we appreciate you tuning in, brother. Have a good weekend, man. I hope I hope Atlanta Falcons win for you. So when you tune in, that's a W, brother. Have a good weekend. Dakota Bridge in the chat says that's BS. They knew from day one the Raiders would suck. Absolutely. They should not flex our game from a Monday night. Our primetime game that we've done pretty well this season in primetime games. Like the Chiefs game, one of the most viewed primetime games all season. The
Thursday night game. Possibly one of the best Thursday night games ever, or even of the year,
Yeah, definitely was a very phenomenal Thursday night game. Philip, Robert, we've kind of hit on keys to success. I wanted to say my keys to success. I looked at the rushing yards that the Chargers allowed last week against the Ravens, and the Ravens rounded up over 226 rushing yards on this Chargers defense. So Tyler Algier, Bijan Robinson, man, I hope Zach Robinson's figured it out to get you guys rolling because it's going to be stellar for today. And defense, man, Damone Harris, that new upgrade that we signed to the 53-man roster. We need some pressure today, boys. We need some pressure. Get in there, rattle Justin Herbert up, get in his face, make him scramble a little bit because Justin Herbert's not a scrambler. He's not really mobile. He likes the pocket pass. He can do a play action, but Justin Herbert loves to sit in the pocket and deliver to his receivers. So if you can get in his face, that is your recipe to success against the Chargers.
And speaking on Damone Harris, this isn't just from what I've seen. This ain't just a one-game promotion where he's moved up for one game and then put back down. He's there on 100% 53-man roster. So,
Philly, you want to see my reaction to that?
Who is that man, bro? I don't know him.
Cameron is acting stupid today, Falcon fans. That's all right. As long as the Falcons win, man, that's all that matters.
Chase's key to success is to grow his beard back.
Shit. Philip, you can't pick on the host, bro. I'll kick you. You can't pick on the host. I'll remove you from this podcast. Falcon fans, hit the like button, man. Leave a comment. Subscribe if you haven't already, man. We just a bunch of Falcon fans talking Falcon football. Philip, Robert, big matchup today. We always do our score predictions before the game starts. We're officially. Yeah, and I'm back. We're officially 35 minutes away from the live kickoff. Score predictions for today. We'll start with Robert and then go to Philip, and I'll put it out. Go ahead, Robert.
I think it's going to be. I don't think it's going to be an offensive shootout. I think it'll be kind of a low-scoring game. I think that we run the ball, we control the tempo. I say we come away with this win 27-17.
Okay, I dig it.
You said 24-7.
27-17.
Yep.
Okay. I'm feeling a 27-20 type of game today. We get the win.
So I'm going to go a little lower than both you guys, and this is hard because this is one of the games that I said that could be a possible flip-flop for the Falcons out of these last 5 games because you have a pretty tough schedule here on out. Other than the Raiders, other than the Giants, we know that should be 2 dominant wins, hopefully, for these Atlanta Falcons. I'm going to say the Atlanta Falcons come out with this W today, and I'm going to say it's a very close nail-biter. The Falcons are grasping their seat in the fourth quarter, and we somehow find a way to win it. Your Atlanta Falcons win 17-13 today against the Los Angeles Chargers. Close matchup in the bins. Falcon fans are rowdy. Be loud for the defense, man. We need it today. Jabri Harper in the chat said, "Wow, Chase, what happened to your beard, bro? I got used to it." Man.
This ain't Chase anymore. That's the thing. This ain't Chase. Me and Robert don't know this man.
No.
Cody seemed like he knew him last night on the pod.
No, he don't look familiar at all.
I'm an imposter. Chase is on vacation.
Yeah.
Jabri said, "Rise up, no Chase, Phillip, and Robert." Absolutely. He says, Chargers 20, Falcons 24. A nail biter in Atlanta, but these Falcons pull it out and advance to
like
7-5. The first time
is it
since
us
2016.
with a game-winning touchdown on that? 24.
We love it. We love it. We love it. Falcon fans, we are getting ready to close out this pregame show because we are getting ready to get in our seats and get ready to watch these Atlanta Falcons hopefully pull out the dub and bounce back from the 2 L's in a row this season after the bye week. Hopefully we can bounce back and make this thing shake here in Atlanta today. A home win for the Benz, man. That's a big thing here for these Falcon fans. Falcon fans, before we get up out of here, man, we obviously want to give our shout-outs, and we will be live after the live game. So check us out. Be sure to subscribe if you haven't already. If you're catching this after the live, leave a comment so we can comment back with you. Robert, shout-outs for tonight, or today, brother.
Shout out to the Lord above for giving us another day, keeping us alive and keeping us safe. Shout out to you guys for letting me be a part of this. It's an honor and a privilege to talk Falcon football with y'all. Shout out to our viewers. Without you guys, nothing's possible. And, of course, shout out to the Dirty Birds. We got to get this win today. And, as always, special shout out to my family, Brianna, Peyton, Zach, and Christy. Love y'all. Rise up.
Jabri Harper said, let's fucking go. We are close, brother. It is almost game time in Atlanta. Philip, shout outs for today, brother.
Shout out to the Lord above, man. It is another day. It ain't just another day. It's a Sunday. Blessed to be here another day, man. Ain't much you can say on that. I'm just blessed to be here. Shout out to Friday nights to the Pirates. We move on to the Final Four.
Let's
it is
get
the
it.
standard, so get with it. We hoping to be at home in a couple of weeks. Our home.
In the Benz.
Our home.
In the Benz.
Away from home. So we hope to be there in a couple of weeks. So that'll be a blessing. Shout out to them. I hope they keep selling on, man. We got to get this thing. Shout out to the dogs. You finally pulled it out. And 8 overtimes, you finally got something right. But, you know.
Hey, my blood pressure go up.
about time you finally ended the game. It shouldn't have came to that. But, hey, shout out to you got the win. Let's move into these playoffs. Shout out to all the fights yesterday. They were interesting to watch. I like seeing Michigan players and Ohio State players get pepper sprayed. That was pretty funny to me. But that was pretty funny. But, you know, shout out to all of that. And shout out to these Dirty Birds. Let's go out here and let's get back on track, man. I want to watch some fun football. I got a good feeling today. I'm feeling good. I want to see my boy pop off today. You know, you can't see number 5 today. So,
hey, after I give my shout outs, let's do a hot take. We'll start with Robert after my shout outs. I want to give a shout out to everybody that hit the like button today over on the Facebook side of things. Jabri Harper, Charles Marler, Freddie, Crew, Nicholas. Everybody that hit that like, brother, we appreciate y'all, man. Head over to YouTube and subscribe if you haven't already. Everybody on YouTube that's liked it, I cannot see your like until after the live, so I appreciate everybody on the YouTube side of things as well. Falcon fans, hit that like button, leave a comment, and please subscribe, Falcon fans. We're on the road to 1K, and we cannot do it without you guys. We're at like 454, man. Y'all hit that subscribe button, get us on up through the algorithm, hit that like, leave a comment. Anything, a like, anything helps here for the podcast. We appreciate everything y'all do here for the channel. Shout out to my co-hosts that were able to come on live with me, man. Shout out to my guy, Cody, that went live with me last night. Falcon fans, we bring you Falcon content daily, so be sure to stick around to DFU, man. They're officially 30 minutes away from game time. It is about to get real here. Before we leave, Robert, hot take for today's game.
My take for today is I think that Jimmy Lake has finally figured a few things out as far as getting pressure on the quarterback. And my take for today is for Mr. Matthew Judon.
Okay. I love it. That's 8 tackles, and a sack. Okay, I can ride with it, bro. I can ride with it. Matthew Judon finds his identity here in Atlanta after the bye week. I love it. Philip, hot take for today's game, brother.
I'm giving this to Mr. Rookie 1K. He's going to my boy Tyler Algier today. He's going to run heavy, run hard. He's going to have 2 touchdowns on the day with over 100 yards.
Okay.
Look it down. That is a spoiler, baby. That is a spoiler. Just wait. Just let me cook, man. Let me cook.
Love to hear it. My hot take for today, man, and I don't put on the number 8 unless he is a hot take. Mr. Kyle Pitts goes for over 70 yards today in receiving yards. Kyle Pitts is a big factor in today's game. My guy Jabri Harper says Pitts gets back more involved today. My big take. Me and Jabri is right there key to key with it, man. Kyle Pitts shows out today. That is my hot take for these Atlanta Falcons. He is the X factor for today's game. Falcon fans,
I love you, my guy, but get Pitts that ball.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
He's that
Absolutely.
guy, man. Give him the ball.
Falcon fans, we are getting ready to get up out of here and get ready to watch these Dirty Birds go to work. We will be live tonight after the Falcons game. Falcon fans, hit that like button, leave a comment, subscribe, ring the bell so you know when we go live, Falcon fans. We are up out of here. It is your boy Chase, Robert, and
Philip.
I swear I hope that I'm wrong.